Hello, this is the second part of the video. We are trying to explain the instruction manual and the demonstration of a Flamingo 4-wheel capper. Here. This 4-wheel capper has a burst sensor, index in sensor, and that bottle detection sensor, and blockage sensor, the conveyor blockage sensor. 3 sensors and the 2 gatings, first and second gating. So first and second gating, and also the bottle clamp here, bottle clamp, and the capping wheels and cap pressing. Air cylinders here. So before we start, what we need to do is turn on the machine. Turn on the machine. After turn on the machine, release the emergency stop, press power stop button, and the machine will load. Once it turn on, it will automatically start the conveyor. So it means you cannot have any tools or something on the conveyor, because conveyor may stuck in between. So the conveyor is on. Now firstly we need to go into manual. So in the manual mode we have testing buttons here. In block testing, out block testing, clamp bottle, so bottle clamp, and clamp cap cylinder, and push cap cylinder, and the capping motor, turning the wheels, and the conveyor pause. The last button is conveyor pause. So once we pause the conveyor, we need to adjust our head to tighten up our application, which is 30 ml glass bottle today. So the very first thing you need to adjust is your sensors. So the sensor should be always on if there is no bottle on the conveyor. When a bottle comes, it should turn on. Turning on means the yellow or orange light should turn on. And you see the sensor location there, so it's triggering the bottle. Secondly, the sensor should detect each bottles. So in other words, the sensor should skip between the bottle. 1, 2. So the sensor is detecting these 2 bottles as a 2, even though there is no gap between the bottle. So if it's not detecting 2 bottles as a 2, you need to play with your sensitivity regulator here, sensitivity adjustment on the sensor. So each sensor has its sensitivity adjustment. So we need to set the sensitivity. Secondly, we will play with our gatings here. So between the in gate and out gate, we need to have only 1 bottle. As you can see, this gate is located facing between a bottle. So we can test here. So in block cylinder should be between a bottle. So as this bottle goes, the second bottle should be blocked by the gating, in gating. So that's what we want, and where those gatings should be located. Thirdly, we need to adjust our bottle clamp here under the capper. As you can see on this bottle, we are using number 11 chuck. So we got different type of chucks. So 1 and 3. So we're using number 2 chuck. Sorry. And now, as the cap loose, just placed on a bottle, we need to bring that at the center of the clamp. And we need to clamp. So clamp bottle cylinder. So the bottle clamp should clamp the bottle, and it should rotate by hand. It should be tight. So if it's tight, it's good. Now the next thing we need to adjust is our height of the rollers. Should be located on the cap itself. Cannot be located below here or too high from the cap. So because these chucks or the wheels are actual tightening component here. To adjust that, we need to play with our big black wheel handle at the back of the capper. So if you turn this one clockwise, your head will move down, and it cannot be located below the cap. It should be good against the cap. The next thing we need to adjust is the push cylinder. This push cylinder, to test, we need to press on a push cap cylinder and see what's going on here. So that should press your cap to the center, and that should support our wheels to tighten the cap up. So if it's tight, so the cap is tight now, and the location of the wheel should be just touching the cap when it's tightened up. That means there is no gap. So if it's pressing down too much, like this, or if it's located too high with the gap like this, your capper cannot tighten the cap. So to adjust the position, you need to play with the top wheels here. So clockwise, bring it up, anti-clockwise, bring it down. So we need that black thing should be just touching the cap when it's tightened. That's important, when it's tightened. And the last thing is, when we press clamp cap cylinder, the 4 rollers are closing, and that should be closing at the center of the bottle. So we do not want these wheels are pushing the bottle to angle, So if it's located not on the center like this, it should center the bottle. So that's what we want. So now the machine is ready, and we're going to start. To start, come up to here in auto and start. Our bottles are coming with the cap, and we need to select parameter number 1 for the 30 ml bottle. To select different one, you need to come up to here and press open. Number 1, yes, and save, and go into auto. So let's see the cap in operating. see now our sensor, the first sensor, has to be always yellow or orange to start capping. If the sensor is flashing or not on, the machine will pause. It will give you the error of lack bottle. So means our sensor is located wrong. So should be always yellow to start. Now the bottle will be built on a conveyor, so we need to clean those bottles out of the way of the conveyor. So we need to turn on a turntable. To turn on a turntable, we need to come up to the control box, release the emergency stop, press start and press run, and the turntable will start turning. Now the capper will pause because we don't have no bottle. We don't have any bottle. So the sensor cannot stay on a yellow like this. Should be stable yellow more than 3 seconds to start. So the capper will pause and wait the filler to fill more bottles. So to finish these 2 bottles, you need to trigger the sensor by hand more than 3 seconds and let them go.